Wir wachsen, wir können darüber reden. Lass mich einfach mal denken, dass sie im Spektrum ist. Weißt du, Papoose ist immer noch verheiratet, richtig? Er hat kein Geld, um sich von seiner Frau scheiden zu lassen. Er hat kein Geld, das er seiner Frau bei der Scheidung geben könnte. Okay, er hat Claressas Geld. Denk dran, Ren ist rausgekommen und hat alles erzählt. Ich habe ihn gebeten, aus meinem Haus zu verschwinden. Also ist er bei Claressa eingezogen und fährt
claiming she has proof connected to Papoose.
Claressa gibt hier draußen Interviews und sagt, dass sie und Papoose nächstes Jahr ein Baby bekommen werden. Ich sagte, wie willst du ein Baby bekommen? Hör zu, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, siehst du deine Follower? Siehst du, das sind die Follower von Dr. Cheyenne Bryant hier. Dieser Scheiß, ich werde dieses Jahr ein Baby bekommen. Es ist wie bei Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Nun, wer, von wem? Erst kommt die Ehe, dann das Baby.
Marriage and a supposed link to Claressa that has set social media on edge. None of this is...
Richtig? Ist das nicht das Lied? Dann kommt zuerst die Ehe, dann das Baby und der Kinderwagen. Er ist ja schon verheiratet. Was passiert, wenn der Vater seine Frau zurückgewinnen will? Die Leute verstehen nicht, wie tief Beziehungen gehen. Ich weiß aus eigener Erfahrung, dass meine Eltern 20 Jahre lang verheiratet waren und sich weigerten, sich scheiden zu lassen. Und wissen Sie, warum? Sie haben sich immer gegenseitig beschimpft und sich dann jedes Mal, wenn wir Familientreffen hatten, ins Hinterzimmer
presented as fact. Yet the way these stories are spreading has turned curiosity into full-blown obsession. Emotions ran high almost instantly. Viewers watched clips, read captions, and listened to commentary where every word was wrapped in caution but delivered with drama.
Wenn man Energie verbraucht, Energie in jemanden steckt, egal ob negative oder positive Energie, entsteht eine Verbindung und dann eine Erleichterung. Der Vater liebt diese Frau, deshalb hat er sie in Ruhe fremdgehen lassen. Deshalb hat er Remy in Ruhe fremdgehen lassen. Ihr seid standardmäßig. Deshalb konnte Remy das Handy des Vaters herausholen und sehen, wie Claressa darum bettelte, dass der Vater antwortet und ihr sagt, wo er ist, und er konnte es nicht, weil er...
Reports suggest alleged screenshots. Others hint at private conversations. And a few go as far as referencing pregnancy rumors that have never been confirmed. The mix of marriage, loyalty, and potential betrayal created a perfect storm. Fans began asking questions not just about what was being claimed, but why these stories were surfacing now and who might benefit from the chaos. Supporters rushed to defend. Critics rushed to accuse, and neutral observers admitted they could not look away. The family was left divided in the court of public opinion. Not because anything had been proven, but because the narrative itself felt explosive. Old interviews resurfaced, past lyrics were re-examined, and casual social media posts were suddenly treated like hidden messages. Every reaction seemed to fuel the next wave of speculation. What makes this moment so intense is not confirmation, but commentary. It is the idea that these reports exist at all, that respected and controversial voices alike are discussing them openly. Fans are shocked by how quickly rumor can feel real, how easily suggestion can turn into belief, and how fragile reputations appear under the spotlight. And as the internet leans in closer, one question hangs heavy in the air. If this is all just talk, why does it feel like something much bigger is unfolding right in front of us? The conversation did not erupt out of nowhere. It built slowly as commentary channels began framing the situation as something they were reacting to rather than declaring as truth. According to circulating reports, Tasha K went live discussing what she described as materials sent to her by unnamed sources, carefully using language that suggested interpretation and opinion instead of confirmation. Fans are shocked not because facts were presented, but because the confidence of the commentary made the rumors feel heavier than ordinary gossip. People watching felt pulled into a narrative where tone mattered more than proof, and pauses in speech felt as loud as accusations. Emotions ran high as clips from that commentary spread. Viewers replayed moments where Tasha K stressed she was reacting to what she had been shown, not claiming final authority. Still, the way she described alleged messages, timelines, and relationships caused instant reactions. Some fans felt she was asking questions out loud that many were already whispering. Others felt boundaries were being crossed by even entertaining the idea. The internet moved fast, slicing videos into short segments, adding captions that stripped away caution and amplified drama. Pa became a central figure in online discussions, not because of anything newly confirmed, but because his silence was read in 1,000 different ways. Some fans argued that staying quiet was the most responsible move when rumors are swirling. Others insisted silence looked like avoidance. Reactions poured in from supporters who pointed to his long public image of loyalty and stability, reminding everyone that rumors thrive on imagination. Critics, however, leaned into the idea that public images can crack when pressure builds. The family was left divided in public discourse. Even though no one from that inner circle had spoken directly, Claressa was pulled into the storm through suggestion rather than statement. Commentary framed her name as part of an alleged connection, without presenting confirmation. Fans are shocked by how quickly speculation can wrap around someone simply by association. Some defended her fiercely, pointing out that being mentioned in rumors does not make someone responsible for the narrative. Others questioned timing, reading meaning into unrelated appearances and social posts. Every movement became magnified, every silence interpreted as strategy. The pregnancy rumors added another emotional layer. These whispers were framed as something the internet was already discussing, not something being declared. Yet their presence shifted the tone entirely. Emotions ran high because pregnancy, even as rumor, touches deeper feelings about family, responsibility, and truth. Some fans expressed concern that dragging such speculation into public conversation crossed a line. Others argued that if reports are circulating, commentary has a right to discuss how they affect public perception. The clash between curiosity and caution became impossible to ignore. Friends and associates were dragged into the narrative through old interviews and resurfaced clips. Statements once seen as casual were now treated like coded messages. Fans dissected body language, voice inflection, and timing, constructing stories that felt convincing even without evidence. This is where the drama intensified, because the narrative no longer depended on new information. It fed on reinterpretation of the past. Supporters begged others to slow down, reminding everyone that speculation can cause real harm. Critics responded that public figures live under scrutiny and cannot control interpretation. What made this situation feel different from ordinary? Gossip was the way commentary framed itself as analysis rather than accusation. Tasha K repeatedly emphasized that she was discussing reports and reactions, not delivering verdicts. Yet fans are shocked by how thin that line feels when names and reputations are involved. Emotions ran high in comment sections, where viewers argued over intent. Some praised her for transparency about sources. Others accused her of fueling chaos while hiding behind disclaimers. As the hours passed, the story evolved without changing. Facts, only reactions. New videos appeared responding to earlier commentary, layering opinion on top of opinion. The family was left divided not by statements, but by narratives created around them. Supporters rallied, critics intensified, and neutral viewers admitted the situation felt like watching a reality show unfold in real time. Everyone seemed aware that nothing was proven, yet few could look away. The tension settled into an uneasy rhythm. No confirmations arrived, no denials broke the silence, but the discussion continued to grow. Fans are shocked by how powerful suggestion can be, how quickly commentary can reshape perception. What remained was not truth or falsehood, but impact. Reputations felt strained, emotions felt raw, and the internet moved on to the next angle, carrying this story forward not as fact, but as a reflection of how rumors gain weight when amplified by voices people already follow and trust. As the discussion kept unfolding, The tone across platforms began to shift from shock to strategy. With viewers trying to understand who was benefiting from the chaos, commentary channels framed the situation as a lesson in how narratives are built, not necessarily how truths are revealed. Fans are shocked by how quickly a rumor can become a storyline when enough voices repeat it with confidence. Emotions ran high as people debated whether the spotlight itself was the real issue, rather than the claims being discussed. Some commentators pointed out that timing plays a powerful role in how these stories land. They noted that moments of professional visibility often attract louder speculation, not because of evidence, but because attention creates opportunity. Supporters of Papoose argued that his long career had been defined by consistency and restraint, suggesting that sudden allegations felt out of character. Critics countered that public personas are carefully managed and can hide complexities. The back and forth revealed less about the individuals involved and more about how audiences project expectations onto public figures. Claressa's name continued to circulate in conversations that blurred admiration with assumption. Fans who followed her career closely expressed frustration that her achievements were being overshadowed by rumor. Emotions ran high as people questioned why women so often become the center of speculation without being given space to speak. Defenders emphasized that silence should not be treated as guilt, especially when the discussion itself is built on secondhand reports. Others argued that public silence invites interpretation, whether fair or not. The family was left divided in how they interpreted responsibility versus self-protection. Tasha K's role remained a focal point, not because of what was proven, but because of how commentary was delivered. Viewers analyzed her tone, pauses, and phrasing, debating whether she was warning audiences or provoking them. Some fans praised her for clearly stating she was reacting to circulating reports rather than presenting conclusions. Others felt the very act of discussing alleged materials gave them weight. This tension highlighted a familiar pattern where disclaimers exist, but impact still follows. Private messages and supposed timelines became recurring talking points, even though none were publicly verified. Fans are shocked by how easily hypothetical scenarios can feel concrete once repeated enough times. Screenshots without context were treated like puzzle pieces arranged into narratives that felt complete even when gaps remained. Emotions ran high as viewers argued over whether curiosity justified speculation. Some insisted that discussing rumors is part of pop culture commentary. Others warned that constant speculation can cause lasting damage. Beyond entertainment, friends and extended circles were once again pulled into the conversation through association alone. Old photos resurfaced, casual interactions were reframed, as clues and jokes from years ago were treated like foreshadowing. The family was left divided in public opinion, with some believing patterns were emerging and others insisting this was classic overreach. The intensity of analysis revealed how audiences often search for meaning even when none is confirmed. What stood out was how quickly the narrative became self-sustaining. Even without new commentary, discussions continued because viewers were responding to each other rather than the original claims. Fans are shocked by how engagement fuels longevity, keeping stories alive through reaction alone. Emotions ran high as some called for accountability from commentators, while others demanded responses from the people named. The pressure to speak clashed with the wisdom of staying silent, creating a no-win situation in the court of public opinion. Mental health concerns began to surface in the conversation, with some viewers expressing worry about the toll of constant speculation. They questioned whether entertainment value justified emotional strain. Others dismissed these concerns, arguing that public figures choose visibility and must accept scrutiny. The divide grew sharper, revealing deeper disagreements about empathy, responsibility, and the boundaries of commentary culture. As days passed, the story shifted again, not through facts, but through fatigue. Some fans stepped back, acknowledging that nothing concrete had emerged. Others doubled down, convinced that silence confirmed their theories. Emotions ran high as patience wore thin and frustration replaced curiosity. The family was left divided not by statements, but by assumptions layered over time. What remained clear was that the situation had become a mirror reflecting how audiences consume drama. It showed how easily speculation transforms into perceived reality when framed as analysis. Fans are shocked by how quickly collective attention can reshape reputations without resolution. And as the conversation rolled forward, it carried less about what happened and more about how stories evolve when commentary, emotion, and imagination collide in the digital spotlight. The conversation then took another turn as viewers began questioning the role of audience participation in keeping stories alive. People started to notice that every reaction video, every stitched clip, and every opinion thread was adding fuel rather than clarity. Fans are shocked by how easily they themselves became part of the cycle, amplifying speculation simply by watching and commenting. Emotions ran high as some admitted they felt conflicted, entertained by the drama, but uneasy about the real people at the center of it. Commentators shifted focus toward motive, not proof. They asked why these reports were emerging now and what narrative benefited from their timing. Some suggested that controversy often resurfaces when attention drifts elsewhere, pulling eyes back through shock value. Others argued that online ecosystems reward the loudest voices, not the most careful ones. This led to debates about responsibility, with viewers asking whether content creators should slow down when stories lack confirmation, or whether it is the audience's job to consume critically. Papoose became a symbol in these discussions, less as an individual and more as an idea of stability under pressure. Fans who admired his long-standing image expressed disappointment that his name was being used in speculative headlines. Emotions ran high as supporters insisted that reputation should not be dismantled by rumors alone. Critics pushed back, saying, "Public figures benefit from attention when it is positive and cannot reject it when it turns uncomfortable." The family was left divided in how they interpreted fairness versus scrutiny. Claressa's position drew even stronger reactions. Many viewers felt protective, pointing out how often women in the public eye are placed at the center of controversy without their consent. Fans are shocked that achievements built over years can be sidelined overnight by gossip. Emotions ran high as supporters demanded that her voice be respected, even if she chose not to speak. Others claimed that public curiosity is inevitable and that speculation thrives in the absence of statements. The divide widened, reflecting long-standing tensions about gender and public judgment. Tasha K's commentary style continued to be dissected in real time. Some viewers praised her for framing the discussion as commentary on circulating reports rather than definitive claims. Others felt that her confidence and presentation blurred that line, regardless of disclaimers. Fans are shocked by how tone alone can shape belief. Emotions ran high as debates broke out over whether intention matters more than impact. The family was left divided not by facts, but by interpretation of delivery. Private conversations and alleged timelines remained at the heart of online theories. Viewers created elaborate narratives, connecting unrelated moments into stories that felt convincing simply because they were detailed. Fans are shocked by how narrative structure can create the illusion of truth. Emotions ran high as some pointed out that storytelling techniques borrowed from reality television are powerful enough to override skepticism. Others argued that audiences enjoy the performance more than the conclusion, accepting uncertainty. As part of the experience, the role of silence became another focal point. Some commentators framed silence as strategy, a way to avoid escalating attention. Others framed it as avoidance, suggesting that clarity could end speculation. Fans are shocked by how the same action can be interpreted in opposite ways. Emotions ran high as people debated whether anyone truly wins by responding publicly. The family was left divided between those who valued restraint and those who demanded answers. As the days went on, the story evolved through repetition rather than revelation. Phrases were reused, clips replayed, and theories recycled until they felt familiar. Familiarity bred confidence among some viewers, even without new information. Fans are shocked by how repetition can substitute for evidence in the digital age. Emotions ran high as critics called this out, warning that familiarity should not be mistaken for truth. Some voices began urging caution, reminding audiences that commentary does not equal confirmation. They emphasized that online narratives often collapse as quickly as they rise, leaving behind confusion and damage. Others dismissed these warnings, arguing that speculation is a form of entertainment and should not be taken so seriously. Family was left divided between empathy and appetite for drama. What became undeniable was that the situation had grown beyond the original reports. It was no longer just about what was being alleged, but about how people respond when drama intersects with celebrity. Fans are shocked by how quickly roles form, with heroes, villains, and commentators all assigned by consensus rather than fact. Emotions ran high as people recognized patterns they had seen before, yet still participated again. The discussion ultimately revealed a deeper truth about modern media consumption. Stories do not need resolution to remain powerful. They only need engagement. As long as viewers continue to react, reinterpret, and reframe, the narrative keeps moving forward, untethered from certainty, driven by emotion, curiosity, and the constant pull of the spotlight. As the conversation stretched further, attention turned toward the long-term impact of these circulating reports and how quickly public memory reshapes itself. What felt explosive one moment began settling into something more reflective, though still charged. Fans are shocked by how quickly outrage can soften into analysis, yet the emotional residue lingers. Emotions ran high as people questioned whether reputations ever fully recover once speculation plants its seed, even when nothing is confirmed. Some observers pointed out that online drama rarely delivers closure. Instead, it fades, leaving fragments behind that resurface later in unexpected ways. Old clips, screenshots, and half-remembered claims often return months or years later, repackaged as context for a new controversy. Fans are shocked by how history is rewritten in comment sections, where nuance disappears and simplified versions survive. Emotions ran high as critics warned that this cycle harms not just the individuals involved, but the audience consuming it. Papoose and Remy Ma were frequently mentioned together in these reflections, less as characters in a rumor and more as symbols of a relationship that has existed in the public eye for a long time. Supporters spoke about shared history, resilience, and the pressure of being watched through every high and low. Fans are shocked that longevity does not shield anyone from speculation. Emotions ran high as people debated whether public relationships are ever allowed private space once narratives take hold. Claressa's name continued to surface in discussions about collateral damage. Many viewers expressed concern that her achievements risk being overshadowed by rumors that have nothing to do with her work. Fans are shocked by how easily focus shifts away from accomplishments toward controversy. Emotions ran high as supporters argued that public figures should not have to constantly defend themselves against stories they did not invite. Others countered that attention is part of the package of fame, whether fair or not. The role of commentary channels came under renewed scrutiny. Viewers began distinguishing between those who encourage critical thinking and those who thrive on escalation. Fans are shocked by how subtle differences in language can steer perception. Emotions ran high as debates formed around ethics, asking whether disclaimers truly protect audiences from confusion or if they simply offer cover while drama unfolds. The family was left divided in opinion, split between trust in media literacy and concern over manipulation. Another layer emerged around audience accountability. Some viewers admitted that curiosity keeps them clicking, even when they doubt the story. Fans are shocked by their own contradictions, criticizing gossip culture. While participating in it, emotions ran high as people reflected on how algorithms reward engagement without caring about accuracy. This self-awareness did not necessarily change behavior, but it added a note of discomfort to the entertainment. As time passed, newer topics began competing for attention, yet this story remained referenced as an example. Commentators used it to illustrate how fast narratives form and how difficult they are to dismantle. Fans are shocked that absence of proof rarely stops momentum once emotion takes over. Emotions ran high as some predicted that silence from those involved would eventually allow the noise to die down, while others believed unanswered questions would keep it alive indefinitely. What stood out most was how identity became intertwined. With opinion, viewers aligned themselves with certain perspectives, defending them passionately. Fans are shocked by how quickly disagreement turns personal in online spaces. Emotions ran high as conversations shifted from discussing reports to attacking one another's character. The family was left divided, not by the rumor itself, but by how strongly people felt about their interpretations. Slowly, the tone began to change from confrontation to contemplation. People asked what they truly wanted from stories like this. Was it truth, entertainment, or simply distraction? Fans are shocked by how rarely that question is asked. Emotions ran high as some admitted they follow these narratives because they mirror themes of trust, loyalty, and betrayal that feel relatable. Even when exaggerated, the story ultimately became less about the specific allegations and more about the environment that allows such narratives to thrive. It highlighted the fragile line between commentary and conviction, between curiosity and certainty. Fans are shocked by how quickly the internet can transform possibility into perceived reality. Emotions ran high as voices urged patience, empathy, and restraint, even while acknowledging that drama will always draw attention by the time discussion slowed. No definitive answers had emerged, only perspectives layered upon perspectives. The situation served as a reminder that in the age of constant commentary, stories do not need resolution to leave an imprint. They linger in memory, resurface in debate, and shape perception long after the initial spark fades. And as viewers move on to the next headline, the echoes remain, quietly influencing how future rumors will be received, questioned, and believed. Now it is your turn to step into the conversation, because stories like this do not live or die on headlines alone. They evolve through the voices reacting to them. You have seen how quickly rumors can ignite debate, how fans are shocked, and how emotions ran high as speculation spread across platforms. But the biggest questions are still hanging in the air, and that is where you come in. What do you think is really happening behind these reports? Are these stories being amplified beyond their meaning? Or do you believe there is more beneath the surface that has yet to be addressed? Do you think silence helps calm the storm? Or does it only fuel curiosity further? The family was left divided in public opinion, and viewers like you are shaping where that conversation goes next. If you enjoy breaking down trending commentary, separating rumor from reaction, and watching how internet narratives are built in real time, make sure you show your support. Hit that like button so this discussion reaches more people who want to think critically instead of just reacting emotionally. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a deep dive into the stories everyone is whispering about, but few are analyzing carefully. Most importantly, drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell us which part of this situation stood out to you the most. Was it the speed of the backlash, the way social media picked sides, or the silence from those involved? Your perspective matters, and this space is where those perspectives collide. Stay curious, stay aware, and remember that in a world driven by headlines, questioning the narrative is just as important as hearing it. We will be right here, watching the next chapter unfold with you.